to the Nightcap, your TA home. Everybody knows we trade in them zones. Late night, no sleep, yeah, we keep it real. Crypto moves fast, no time for the feels. TradeFly rocket chart, T about to take flight. Crypto Nightcap, where the dark meets the bright. This path ain't cheap, you can dream while you sleep. Steady building wealth, invest in yourself. Breaking it down, good vibes in sight. The makers in tight, adjusting my sight. It's all or nothing, this is how we attack. Get your head right, it's a Crypto Nightcap.
What is going on, crypto fam? Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Nightcap. We're doing this every Monday through Thursday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we're bringing you some of the most important market news as well as technical analysis that you can actually use for tomorrow. And we got a lot to talk about today. My man Gary, the evil villain of crypto, he's probably on his way out. We're going to talk a little bit about that today. Bitcoin having a little bit of a pullback. We'll talk a little bit about the data that came out today and why that could be and where we could go. But that being said, you guys know I don't do this alone. I got one of the busiest guys in crypto, the meme man himself. He's making all those calls. You know it. Look, I see him giggling right now in the background. We're going to bring him on up though. Detroit's own, my man FD White. Let's go. Let's get it.
What's up? What's up? Oh, I can't complain.
I'm chilling. Hey, you know,
I'm about to turn into a meme coin influencer, man. I think that's my call.
that's it, man. The meme god. Here we go. Dude, I want y'all to know right now that I love football. All right, and there is a very, very important game on right now against Philadelphia and Washington. All right. So I'm missing some of this game right now. I'm gonna let you know. It hurts right here that I'm missing this game. But that's all right. I'll catch you up. I'll watch some highlights when it's all done because we do this for you, the people, and we really do appreciate you guys for being here. With that being said, let's go ahead and give some shout outs in the chat here. Let me scroll up a little bit because you guys already got it flowing. I appreciate you. Harp's in here. Look, see, he knows. He knows. It's me versus Harp, man. Harp is a Philly fan, if you guys don't know. We got Marky Mark and the Funky Dutch. Crypto just isn't the same without Gary. I mean, you got to have a villain, right? Like, that's kind of the fun part. But that's all right. I think Elizabeth Warren is still around. She's still making some nonsense. I don't know if y'all saw the Twitter, though. So she put out Department of Government Efficiency. It takes two people to run something that should be one. Elon actually fired back and he was like, we ain't taking a paycheck. My man, let's go. So he basically was like, hey, let's let this play out. You shut your mouth and we're going to do what we got to do here. And Vitalik, man, he put like a time frame on it. He's like, hey, we're going to be done by 2026. That is our plan. He was like, we're going to just clean house. So it's going to be interesting. You guys better strap up. Watch this one. Let's say username. What's he got here? Harp, always remember, Commander fans eat pieces of poop for breakfast just like Shooter McCann. Man. Grizzly Adams did have a beard. Yeah, I know that movie. If you guys don't know, actually, here's a little fun fact. My call sign is Happy, and it is based on that movie. So, fun fact for you guys. I'm not going to tell you how I got that call sign, but I will tell you that is my call sign. All right, let's go and scroll down a little bit here. We got Bit to New Window. I always mess up. It was like a tongue twister. What's up, dude? Thanks for being here. Hope all is well. Crypto Chef's in the house. Tyson or Paul? Honestly, I hope Tyson wins just because I just want to see Paul finally get knocked out. Let's see. What did he say here? Link bottoming out. More down to go. What say the? We'll take a look at it. We'll have to take a look on the charts here. FD, I'll pass that one to you. Have that one kind of prepped and ready to go later on. So take a look-see at Link. Let's see. Trade Intuition. Joe's in the house. What's up, my guy? Alexandra G. Best mod in the house, of course. She is always here. All sets in here. Wick's wife, Fine 8 She's in the house. Jesse Galoop. Hi, fam. Hello. How are you? And, of course, FD's in here. Scrolling. We are going down. Kasim. Let me know if I'm saying that right. Kasim. Awesome Friday trading, y'all. You know it, man. There's a lot of green on the board this week. You guys should be sitting pretty. If you're not, something ain't right. All right, Tex-Mex, Biomex, what's up, brother? Thanks for stopping by. We appreciate you. And of course, Crypto Blood in the house. What's up, my G? We're gonna get you on the show, man. Everyone else, hey, we were supposed to have some guests on yesterday and today, but no show. I think we're gonna plan something for next week. I think I've already talked to both of them. They said they're good for next week. But hey, Blood, man, whenever you want, come on over. Let's see who else we got in here. Scrolling through, and Own Base Seft. Yo, Trade Intuition, the absolute goat. All right, you got a fan in here, bro. Benny Blanco from the Bronx. What's up? You about to say something?
Yeah, man. So if you don't know, me and Crypto Blood are actually sort of neighbors. We're from the same area, man. So I think we're gonna do tea in the morning, man. So we're gonna meet up for some tea tomorrow, man. So shout out to Crypto Blood.
in real life, huh? IRL.
In real life, man. We gonna link up, man, and talk some crypto, man. So shout out to Crypto Blood, my Detroit brother.
That's cool. You know, I met Keeper down at Nashville. We went out and had breakfast. He's super cool, man. Like, it's funny because like you see Keeper and he's got like this like burly like look to him, you know. Like, he's one of the nicest dudes. Super cool. He basically just like walked me around. He's like, "You want to walk with me?" He was like, "I introduce you to everybody," and it was super cool of him. All right, Martial Law's in here. Who else? We got R. Anthony Vince. What's up, dude? How you doing? See, how you feeling about Dogecoin? Thanks for the information. Love the show. Love you too, man. Thanks for being here. French Toaster's in here. Hola. How you doing? And then let's see. All right. I think that is everybody. Bit Nuendo. He said, "I'm good for next week." You trying to come on? I'll check you out, man. See what you got going on. Hit me up on DM me on X. So, all right, guys. It's about that time. We got to get this kicking because, you know, I'm trying to watch some football. I ain't going to lie to you. All right. Let's get over to the news here. And I got a video for you. Let's go ahead and pull this up. Make sure I got the sound working here. So you guys will see that for a second. And then let's kick it.
Day one, I will fire Gary Gensler and appoint a new SEC chairman. I didn't know he was that unpopular.
Well, you should have.
Day one, I will.
All right. So I know many of you guys have seen that, but there's a lot of news going on with Gary Gensler right now. Basically, Trump said he's going to go, right? And then he had a letter that he put out, or a tweet or something he put out today as well, kind of insinuating people think that he's probably on his way out. He did, like, he stood firm on some stuff, though. Like, he basically kind of stood by his stance on crypto. But that being said, I think it is about that time that Gary is going to have to move on. And with that being said, 18 U.S. states actually sued the SEC, alleging unconstitutional overreach and unfair persecution of the crypto industry under your man, Gary Gensler. So, I mean, it can't be nothing but bullish, right? Because look what happened with XRP. As soon as that news dropped, guess what it did? 17%, man. XRP is on the climb. We were talking about 50 to 60 cents. That was its sweet spot, right? And we're kind of making fun of it, saying, hey, it's a stable coin. It's between 50 and 60 cents. Ha, ha, ha. When you step back and think about it, really, you found a significant area of support, just like Doge. Doge was sitting at 10 cents, and we were like, look, it's sitting at 10 cents. And we were bullish on Doge, not as much on XRP, but here we go. I mean, we're staring at 80 cents now. And that came on the tail of what? News. So again, that is why we talk about news. A lot of people are like, hey, we're all about the charts, and that's cool. Like, that works for a lot of people, but like, this pump is news. There's no denying that. Like, there's not. All right, so let's be real about it. That is what it is. So we got one more article here, and that is VanEck Bitcoin price target this cycle is 180,000. That ain't real. We'll see how it plays out, man. That would be amazing. That's not too far off, I think, from where Magic Internet Money was looking at, right? There was one of his analysis took him to somewhere around like 160, 170 around there. So very, very interesting. And a lot of what he was doing was like cycles and timing. And, he had some solid, I'll say a solid fundamental argument of why it could end up there. So we'll see. We will see. I hope it does, man. That would be super, super amazing for a lot of people. And I think a lot of people would be happy in the chat. That is for darn sure. Let's go over to the duo cam. We'll go ahead and talk this out, man. I'm gonna give you a softball, bro. I'm gonna give you that. All right. Gary Gensler. 1, do you think he's gone? And 2, if he is gone, what's the effect on crypto? Bullish AF or what?
Oh yeah, he's up out of there. As soon as Trump got elected, Gary Gensler, he probably was trying to vote 3, 4, 5 times in 8 different cities. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to make sure Trump didn't get elected. So he's out of there. I think he was going to be out of here. I wouldn't say regardless, but he's just been a terrible SEC, not just in crypto. Like if you look at everything that's been going on, I don't know if people are hip to like news stories of how, like Spirit Airlines, they kept getting rejected from these mergers and whatnot. Now they're filing for bankruptcy. Just a lot of things that the SEC has been fumbling the ball on. And it's just a lot of people, not just in the crypto industry, but just in the industry as a whole, markets and whatnot, companies are tired of the SEC. So I think getting him up out of there is good. But we thought he was going to be good. He was teaching classes at MIT. We thought he was the pro Bitcoin, the pro crypto SEC guy, and we were all happy, and everybody was, jumping up, slapping hands, and then he got in and changed his whole tune. So I got to see what happens. I think he's out of there, but this lady that's coming in, that's potentially coming in, I think she's really for crypto. So I need to see him in there and see it to believe it, because like I said, we thought he was going to be the crypto guy. He wasn't. So it'll be bullish, news wise, but I want to see what actually happens when this next person gets in.
There's a lot of pro crypto that got in, that were elected during this election. It's good, man. It's a good thing. And think about this, right? This is just kind of another way to kind of look at the situation. Washington scored 7-0. Crypto Chef, thank you for the update, my man. All right. Keep it going. All right. Can't get distracted here. Think about this. If you're an early investor in something, right? Let's say some of these people that are elected officials are in crypto, because they can be, right? Why wouldn't you, when you get in, try to accelerate the growth of your investment, right? You're an early investment. Like there is nothing that you can get quicker gains on than crypto or right now, I think. Like that's your quickest path to big X's, right? Not just a little 10%, 20%. Like they can't have that kind of pull on the traditional market, but they can have that kind of pull on crypto right now, because crypto is young. Crypto, there's not as much liquidity. There's not as much money in crypto yet, right? So you can very, very much influence something like that. And I don't know, man. That's just it's a different way, a different perspective of looking at it. But that's kind of how elected officials work, bro. Like they think about themselves a lot of times as well as us, but more so about them.
Yeah, another thing though, TradeFly, if you think about it, so Trump, I don't remember the name of it. Somebody put it in the chat if they can remember. Trump is like a consultant or something to a DeFi protocol. So DeFi is like the forgotten stepchild. So once the SEC changes over and everything, all these new laws or these new things come into play, I think DeFi is going to come back. And DeFi and crypto, man, people was making, man, I was getting like 80% every week on some of my DeFi coins, and like Compound and Aave last bull run. Like some of these were crazy. Like even on was it Terra Luna, but they had like something to where they had a protocol, a DeFi protocol, where you were just getting so much yield on your money. So I don't think it's going to go back to being that crazy, but I think it will outperform like traditional markets and outperform like bond market and things like that if we can get this DeFi thing going on. I think Trump is like a pro DeFi. Of course, he's saying he's pro crypto, but he's really pro DeFi as well. If you I can't remember the name of the company that he's just really just came about maybe like a month ago. So I'll look into it when you start talking. But I think it's a lot of WLFI. I think that is it. Okay, WFLI. Okay, yep. Crypto Chef. Thank you. Who else said that? Yep, Crypto Chef. So that's it right there. That's a DeFi protocol. So I think that's something that people need to keep their radar on. And this is the thing about the bull run. You have to be like 2 weeks ahead of everybody else. If you, that's it. You don't have to be like months ahead of everybody else. You need to be like 2 weeks ahead of everybody else. Just think back when RP Peanut and Fred the raccoon, man. Just think if you was 2 weeks ahead of that, you would have been up like thousands and thousands and 1,000%. You just got to be ahead. You got to think a little bit ahead of the curve.
Should have known, man. Peanut, that was an obvious one. That was an obvious one.
It's so many, but it's going to be certain things like that. It's going to be like, oh, Microsoft is talking and talking to, I think they like acquire like Activision and things like that. And then it's just rumblings. And then 2 weeks later, let's say they announce a game or something. The gaming sector is going to blow up. You just got to be a couple weeks ahead in a bull run. And I'm telling you, these X's will just stack up overnight like something crazy. So that's my plan right now, is to be 1 to 2 weeks ahead of the masses in this bull run. And I think I'll fare well, even if I was sidelined right now. If I had a little bit of money, I'm just trying to be a couple weeks ahead of the masses when it comes to, news and things like that, or next trends.
Right on, dude. All right, shout out to Chef, man. So he's dropping the knowledge, right? And he's dropping the updates. Bro, thank you. You're crushing it, man. You're crushing it. We need more of you in the chat. All right. Check it out. LBC, he's in here. Got to say what's up to him. We are actually facing off this week in fantasy football, so good luck to you, brother. We talked a lot of smack the other day, but in all serious, man, good luck. And check out this. Oh, you know what? He's actually coming out with an evening show. LBC, drop in the chat when you're actually going to do that. I feel like we've been waiting weeks for that. I know you moved, and I think you're getting all set up in your new house, but hey, drop that in the chat. Let us know when you got that new show coming, because we are taking over here at Piper Academy. But for real, much love to you, man. All right. Y'all know what time it is. We got to bring up that dude, the other member of the show. Sound the siren. We got Mr. Fudd coming on. All right, the Kabisi letter, it's always the bearer of bad news. That's where I go for most of my FUD articles, if you guys haven't noticed yet. The Fed's worst nightmare has begun. We now have multiple rising inflation metrics with signs of weakening labor market for the first time since September 2022. Both CPI and PPI inflation are officially back on the rise. All right, so some of that data came out today. It did look relatively, I don't know, I thought it was pretty much as forecast. I know that Piper did say a couple things within there were a little bit hot, but very, very interesting. Let's see what else. I'm going to scroll down just a little bit to see what else they're talking about here. For the first time since April 2023, core PPI, CPI, inflation are back above 3%. Even as the Fed thought inflation was heading to their 2% target, it clearly is not. Inflation has clearly leveled off above the Fed's 2% target, yet they keep cutting interest rates. All right, so super, super interesting. So they're saying that could lead to what? Stagflation? Did the era of stagflation just begin? Okay. Right on, man. Yeah, I mean, we've kind of been talking about it a little bit, especially more so on the morning show, that like the data just doesn't seem to like be passing the sniff test, right? It doesn't seem to be aligning with like what's really happening. So it is very interesting to see like the Kabisi letter, man. If you guys don't look at the Kabisi letter, check them out. They're breaking this down quite a bit. I'm not going to read it all to you. I know that's not what you guys are here, but really the data is showing us, something different than I think what is actually being told to us. So not surprising there. They constantly, months later, they're always updating the data that they did get. You find out that was inaccurate. The job numbers were off. At one point they were off by like 1 million, and that's not even an exaggeration. They were off by 1 million. So let that sink in. I mean, think about the data that they're feeding you from get-go. The problem that I have with it is that they're giving you inaccurate data. The inaccurate data has an effect on the market, and then they turn around like, a couple months later, a few months later, and they give you a revision, and the revision is always worse. Like always. I think 9 times out of 10 it's worse. So super, I don't know, frustrating is what I'll say. I won't say interesting. It was frustrating.
Yeah, definitely. Man, I keep saying that. So it's tough. Like I don't know for a fact, but I in my heart of hearts, I really feel like the economy is a lot worse off than what they've been saying. Of course, they had to put on a lot of fronts for the election. Now the election is over, but Trump is coming in. He's talking about tax cuts and putting more money in people's pockets with overtime and doing all this other stuff. This is a little bit inflationary. I don't these prices, I don't think they're coming down. I don't think we're going to go into some super deep dark recession with massive deflation. That's the only way to broadly bring down all these prices. I just think, man, we just going to keep going along, and people going to just get used to these prices being higher. And then, people have a little bit more money in their pocket, and prices are going to keep getting higher. Assets are going to keep going higher. We may have huge ebbs and flows, but it's the way their economic plan is starting to shape out. I just see more and more inflation in the works, and I see more and more assets being inflated as well, man. So when they come out with these price targets like 180 and 200, I see them 250. It's looking a little bit more. It's looking a little bit more certain now with all this excess money that's going to start coming in. And I think I seen somewhere where Jerome Powell said that he announced that the economy is not showing any need for additional rate cuts. That somebody just posted that on one of my crypto news sites that I follow. So I'm not sure if that's accurate or not, or if he said that or not. But I don't, the economy is, on paper is not doing too bad. My whole thing that I've been looking for is the initial job unemployment claims, initial unemployment claims. Once that gets up to maybe like 300,000-400,000, then it's time to worry. As long as that's underneath that, I don't think it's nothing to worry about. So that's my metric to gauge where where the economy is. But I do think quantitative easing is coming, eventually down the line, because it's just how our economy works. But it's tough, man. It's tough to gauge right now. Bitcoin is easily going to go past. I'm thinking my minimum is 120. That's my minimum, And I'm not making a prediction. I'm just stepping back and trying to use my my logical brain and seeing how everything is going on these next 2 to 3 months. And we're gonna get pullbacks, but I'm looking at least 120. If we don't get to 120, I'm gonna be very, very, very shocked if we don't get up there.
It's his logical prediction. All right, Check it out. So going down a little bit here, this actually breaks it down a little bit better. So the BTC letter, again, this is just within the thread here. So at a high level, stagflation is an economy with rising unemployment and rising prices. All right. And they say this is a nightmare situation. The reason that is because it puts the Fed in a lose-lose situation, right? So if you raise the rates, we head into a recession. If you cut the rates, then inflation is going to rise even further. So that's kind of why they're saying this is the nightmare situation. It's interesting. What can we do but stand by and kind of wait for it to play out? I know that Piper's been ahead of this, right? So like he kind of turned bearish for a minute, and I think this had a lot to do with it. A lot of the data that was coming in was basically showing us that, we think that the economy is not as good as they're advertising, right? So, this is that situation. I think he was ahead of it. I think the problem is, he's pretty smart when it comes to the economic data. I think that he took all that data in and he was able to digest it and make a decision based off of that a little bit earlier than normal, right? And I think a lot of these indicators and a lot of this data is probably going to be a little bit lagging, right? It's lagging when we get the data, of course, but then, wrong one. But it's also lagging in the sense of like, all right, what the reaction is with the economy too. So think about all of the decisions that they make in a nutshell are reactionary anyways, right? So it's all already happened, and then we got to react to it and see what we can do to fix it. And so, it's tough. It's tough. Like I said, it's not the best setup here. And this might, me getting to the top of, my channel. So my TA, right? When I'm talking about my technical analysis and then tying it in, to some of the data I'm now starting to see, that I think for me is probably going to start leaning me towards, flipping my sentiment a little bit. I don't know that I'm going to be as bullish. I stayed bullish, down at the bottom. You guys, I got receipts for that. You watched the show. And now it's like, I got to start thinking about this. Like, I'm getting to the top of my channel. I think, it's possible for a reversal, and the sentiment is higher than ever with retail coming back. I feel like every time it feels this way, everybody comes back with the laser eyes and the sunglasses. It's like, then we have a pullback. So I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. You guys are gonna start having to call me the bear, man, because I've done this before.
Wick just
matter
made
of fact. There it is. Go ahead.
Okay, I said Wick made a amazing point. Wick 589. He said, you see now why they are not looking back. The Fed policy isn't one of those dimmer switches on a light. It's a light switch. If they seem to be backpedaling for anything, it's going to spook the market. And that's 100% accurate. Once they make a decision, it's not like they can just be like, oh, we messed up, we need to even just by words, even just the words that they say, they never really retract or step back like we made a mistake. Even when they were talking about inflation was transitory, they never really admitted okay, we were just 100% wrong on that. They kind of alluded to it, but not really. And now in the environment that we're in, it's like they're really not going to say the things that they did wrong, because that will definitely spook the market. And the market is really one of the only things that's keeping the economy alive. The stock market is one of the only things that's making everything look okay. Like, oh, look at the stock market. The stock market has made 88 all-time highs in 2 weeks. Just all type of craziness going on. So it was one of those things. But we know the stock market and the economy is two different things. But that was one of the factors, or one of the things that they were playing with during the during the presidential run, talking about how the stock market was up. I just heard a whole bunch of people saying the stock market is up, the economy is good. I'm like, okay, you must have a lot of assets, because people who don't own assets are not thinking the same way are you thinking. So I think this is the next few years is the time to be in assets. But the tricky part about being an investor, man, that I've realized is the notion of trying to be and when to be in assets and when not to be in assets. Some people have a longer term horizon, which is cool, but some people like to pull their money out when it looks like the dollar is the king. And then some people like to get back in assets when it's time to be in assets. So that's a superpower within itself. But I think between now and maybe the next few months is definitely the time to be in these assets.
All right, guys. Y'all know what's about to happen right now. It's that new segment. I think you guys enjoyed that yesterday. We're going to go ahead. We're going to do it again tonight, because why the F not? All right, here we go. This is going to be your setup. We're looking at Bitcoin here on the 5-minute again. This time I went ahead and I put it on TradingView. Hopefully that makes it a little bit easier for everyone to look at. All right, we're looking pretty here. Now, this is, I left Chart Prime up. All right, this time I actually have the Market Dynamics Pro up, as well as the Oracle Pro Plus. So that is all up here. So you got some things to look at, right? You got the dynamic reactor right now that's sitting on the top side of price action. You got a rising wedge here, right? So you got a little confluence here to the top side. Now, you guys are going to help me out. All right. Do you guys want to long this, or do you want to short it? Now, I'll tell you some things that we're looking at here, right? You can see that we do have the oscillator is trending up and right, showing some strength going into this, but we haven't been able to break this dynamic reactor. You can see rejection, 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 rejection all the way down, all right? This also is a bearish pattern, all right? So if it was an ascending triangle, that would be a little bit more bullish, right? Showing you strength going into it with a horizontal level of resistance, but this is actually a bearish pattern. So it is more likely to break out to the downside than to the upside, statistically. Not much. Overall, though, it is. All right, so let's see in the chat what you guys are thinking. If you guys want to long this, do you think we're going to break through this area of resistance, or if you guys want to short it? I think something that I'm looking at, I'll throw this out there for you guys. If you just come back, you do see a little horizontal level right around here as well. So kind of building a little bit more confluence. I would probably lean towards setting a limit order right up here, right around where we could see that rejection at, and look for maybe a short opportunity here. Now, this is just a quick little look at it. I'm not breaking it down and doing some crazy TA. This is a Degen segment, all right? We're going to throw that 50x leverage in there. We're going to get crazy with it, but I am going to leave it up to you guys in the chat. Let's see. You guys longed it yesterday, you crazy Degens. That did not work out. It ended up coming down here. Come save me, Princess Zelda. All right. French Toaster, he said long it. Let's see. King B said long. What else we got? Wick's wife found it and not. You guys are just bulltards, man. You're like, you don't even care. You're just like, long, go long. Everything's going up. You guys are wild. 150x. No, Jeff, I am not doing 150x, wild man. All right, let's see. Crypto Chef, he said short to the value area low. Okay. I dig it. Dig it. Oh, Alexandra G with the short. All set with a long. It's only an hour. Short to the val. All right. I don't know. It's pretty even right here. Maybe let me do a. Can I do a poll? Let's see.
I say short.
Okay, you're on the short bus. Got it. Oh, that's what LBC. See, great minds think alike. Short bus, shorty. Man, it's like split right now. It is split. Let me see. Hey, Piper or Alexandra, can you have the ability to put a poll? Let me see. That's all right. I can log in through the other account. I'll let FD kind of talk through a little bit what he's seeing. What are you thinking? What makes you say short?
Yesterday I said long, so today I'll say short.
Okay, that's fair enough. All right.
No, I'm just looking at it. I can't really see that club. The way my computer is set up, I can't really see the setup. But I mean, it does look like a sort of like a bear flag. Is that like a bear flag? And then I see like what's that dotted line that's going across? I can't really see. Let me see if I can make this bigger.
Oh my gosh.
There you go. Is that what's that coming down? Is that the 200? What's that red line coming down? I can't see that far.
The red line. Let's see here.
Top.
Right
it's
here?
like a moving. Yeah.
This? That's a dynamic reactor.
Nope. On the actual price action.
Red line on the price action. Are you talking about this horizontal?
No, it's like I can't make it bigger. I'm sorry. Let me see.
This right here? I only see two red lines. Unless I'm colorblind, I only see two red lines.
The line coming down, like it looks like a moving average that it got rejected off of, and then it came down, created this bear flag, and it looks like
it's a dynamic reactor.
Oh, that's a dynamic. Okay, yeah, dynamic reactor. Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going.
All right.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Short it is. Let's do it. I think we're pretty split here. We're going to go ahead. We're going to short it. Let's do something different tonight. All right. Let's see. Why is that popping up here? Why is the chat? That is strange. There we go. But that shouldn't be happening. Oh gosh. Oh gosh, my first eCam issue. You're going to have to help me out, Piper. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. There we go. At least it's out of the way now. All right, let's go over to Blowfin. And if you guys need an exchange, Blowfin is what we use. Go ahead down to the description and you guys can trade with us. Let's see. It does make you eligible too for the trading group. So that's a big perk. If you guys join our Blowfin account, you get into the trading group and it makes you eligible for some giveaways. So there's definitely some perks. So, you know, you got some options to win some money. All right, here we go. Isolated, 50x, cool. There we go. That's about a $11 trade. This is using my actual money, by the way. So, yeah, that's why I'm making small trades. See. try to do a limit order here because yesterday we did a market and that really kind of screwed us from Jump Street.
Oh yeah, them fees.
Mm-hmm. Man, it don't play. All right, let's try that. So, high leverage warning. Yeah, it is.
So Crypto Chef is saying trading group. I use the affiliate. How does he
That's
get
not.
in the trading group? So we got to get Crypto Chef
Go in the
into the group.
Discord and then drop your UID in there. We'll verify it and then we'll get you in the trading group.
Yep.
All right. Paused. Doesn't make sense. There we go. That seems high too. Price. That's all right. Screw it. Let's do it. See if it actually opened, and it looks like it did. All right, here we go. Scroll down a little bit so you guys can see here. It is open officially. We'll come back and we'll check it a little bit later in the show. The daily Degen, man. Living life crazy. All right, let's go to the market update. Let's go and start rolling through that now. And first up, we got PPI month over month came out. That was as forecast at 0.2%. Fed Chair Powell actually spoke today as well. For tomorrow, you got retail sales month over month. And then for next week, you got building permits and the FOMC minutes. So get to, no, Tuesday. That's the following week. You got FOMC minutes. So a lot of data coming out in a couple weeks, but it looks like we're safe here for probably a couple of weeks after retail sales. I don't know how much building permits is going to affect the market. Maybe a little bit. We'll see. All right. Total market cap is sitting at 2.93 trillion. That is down 0.64%. 24-hour trading volume is 232 billion, which makes for a 25.32% decrease. All right. It looks like it's cooling down a little bit. Bitcoin dominance is 59.33%. That is down 0.65%. Our fear and greed index is at 84, and that is currently at extreme greed. Over the crypto bubbles, let's see what is popping. XRP 17.4%. No big surprise there. So peanut, look at that. That's coming down 24.7%. Not surprised to see a pullback after going up 300% in one day. That is wild. OM's up 15.1%. LTC or Litecoin is up 8.8. HBAR is up 9.8. XLM is up 8.9%. Near up 7%. Big movers to the downside. You got WIF at 16.1. We talked about peanut. Bonk is losing out 9.1. Popcat 12.7. PayPay 13% in a day. Nero, the volatility is back, bro. Like, this is crazy swings. Like you're 40% positive one day, 15% negative.
Dream, man.
Yeah.
Respecting levels too. I've been looking all around the market, and these coins have been respecting levels to a T, not to a T, but respecting levels. And it's a trader's dream, man.
Yeah, it's fun times, man. This is why I love crypto. So XRP, that's pretty much a big mover in the top 15. That's up 17%. Most other stuff besides Cardano is kind of in the negative here. Big mover on the negative side though is Shiba Inu. Shiba Inu is actually down 8.8%. So it is correlating to Doge a little bit here. Toncoin down, AVAX is down. Nothing too crazy. Sui is up one spot. Even though it is negative on the day, it's up one spot. It is past PayPay. So PayPay has pulled basically back so far that it actually got leapfrogged by Sui, even though Sui is in the negative as well. That's actually pretty funny. All right. So nothing too crazy there. Let's go to Liquidation Heatmap and check this out. So remember when I was saying, I was like, hey, like we have these trends. And one of the things that I always look for when I'm looking for a reversal is, look, I was like, hey, people are gluttons for punishment, right? Gluttons for punishment. They just keep taking leverage short positions over and over again. We saw that all the way up. But when you see it cool off and you're like, you don't see anyone coming in with the leverage shorts anymore, or you don't see the stop losses up here anymore, that signals to me that there's an opportunity for a pullback or a reversal. I mean, this is proof in the pudding. So this is why I love this thing. This is why I love the liquidation heat map, and I look at it every single day. because it works, man. It works. I can't tell you how many times I'm like, hey, there's liquidity sitting over price action. We're probably going to go grab that. And it usually does. All right. So, all right, this is notifications. Alexandra G reposting the stream here. So there you go. Little likesy do for you. Thank you for that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and start looking at Bitcoin. This is on the 4-hour here. Let's see what kind of we got a channel, and it looks like it's breaking out of the channel. All right. So look at this. We've been riding this channel all the way up, right up here, and around 90,000 or so. But you guys know, like, this was the top part of my channel. Now, this is on the 4-hour. Pay attention to this. I'm just saying, we ain't get a close. And I mean, y'all have seen this channel on here for months. And what did I say? When you get up to that channel, right? I'm not saying this channel is going to hold up forever. There's a lot of bullshit sentiment going into it, but you can play a scalp and you can play an intraday off of it. Easy peasy, right? And if you want to see the move off of that, even if we go to where we're at time now, it's about a 2.34% move. So if you're doing a scalp and you're using a little bit of leverage, not 50x like we're degening today, there's opportunities there for, little play. A little play, make a little bit of money, and, take it to the piggy bank. All right. In terms of areas where we can pull back to, I think the 0.236, that hasn't changed for me. About 84.6 is still in play there for a pullback. You can see we did get overbought or trending down and right on the daily here for the oscillator. The True 7 has popped as well. So, I mean, you can see, like, there's a lot of things that are pointing towards a little bit of a retracement, and that's okay. Like, having a little bit of a pullback or a little bit of a cool down when you have a major uptrend, that's okay. And this is showing you now that we're breaking out of a pattern as well, so that adds a little bit of confluence. I would say on the 4-hour, though, you're getting the opportunity to potentially reset, but it's still 45 degrees down and right, which is not showing us that it's not even leveling it out. It's not even arcing up, or there's nothing. There's no bend. There's no nothing. So it does have a ways to go for sure before it does reset, but we're getting close, right? We are starting to get close. And that could line up. That could line up with this area at about 84,643, right? Right around that area. And then it comes down, gets that opportunity to reset, and then you get a bounce in that area. So that's in play. I'd be interested to see if we get a breakout here on the on chart prime indicator, the market dynamics. I would imagine that's got to be coming soon. Got to be printing soon would be my thought. A lot of times what I like to see with these patterns is the breakout, and I like to see the retest. And really, in my mind, like, even though we didn't get it printed, that's what I'm seeing, right? So if you have this channel, you're getting a breakout and you're getting a retest right now. Now this is kind of where we like look at the oscillator saying, hey, still looking like downside. I don't know. If I was a betting man, just looking at, some of the indications, again, I think that, the 236 makes more sense to me right now than 90K initially. So we're right in between. So it is hard to say. Like, preferably, would I make a move like from the middle of this? Probably not. Like, I'd wait till it came down to the 236, right? That would be my stronger play. Hey, like, if price action moves down to here, then we're looking for a bounce, right? You can see the reset. That would be dope. And then if you get that bounce, like, that's the play, right? And even better if you get a second bounce there and a continuation of the RSI. It resets and you see this coming up. So what am I saying when I'm saying, hey, that would be the more ideal scenario? Price comes down. All right. You get a bounce. Comes back for a retest. And then that's where I get a little bit more excited about looking for the move up and right. But what do you see down here? You see this come down, gets its opportunity to reset, and then you see it start to trending back up as well. All right, so that right there is kind of what I like to look for. All right, and that pretty much makes sense too, right? You see that second retest, and then you're seeing the RSI where it's at, where it's reset, and it's going up and right. That's something that would make me a little bit more excited about entering into a long position right here. So There you go, man. There's a couple of levels for you to look at in the short term on Bitcoin. I'm not going to get too crazy with breaking down all these different levels, but short term, 90K, 84.6, 2 target areas for you guys to look at. And you do know down here, in terms of where I'm going to have a heavy long position sitting, 73.8 or around that level, and that's because there's liquidity down here, golden pocket. There's a trend line. There's a lot of confluence in this area for me. I don't know if it'll come down there. Honestly, there's the retail's flooding back in. It could be a long time, before you see that move down. But why not have a position just kind of waiting there? That's just something that I like to do personally. And you'll be surprised sometimes. Sometimes you'll get those weird wicks. Some kind of weird news comes out, and you get a strange wick that goes down, $5,000-$6,000, and then you pick up some cheap Bitcoin and a nice bounce on top of it. So, but cool. That's a couple levels that I'm looking at on Bitcoin. I'm gonna go ahead and pass it over to FD, and let's see what he's got.
So I got Chainlink pulled up, and I've just been looking at it, doing a little bit of analysis while you've been talking, and it's looking like we have bottomed out. I've been looking for coins that haven't broken past that 200-day simple moving average, or have just passed or have just reclaimed that 200, and Chainlink is looking like it's passing that test right now. So it looks like we did pop above it here Monday, and it looks like we're starting to well, not Monday, this was the 4th, so last Monday or a couple Mondays ago, whenever that was, and now we're starting to retest it. So I want to use this as support. We also have this horizontal coming in all the way back from the beginning of the bull run from like December of 2023. Then we came back down in April. Then we used it as resistance back in September and again in October. So now we're starting to reclaim this. I'm on the weekly, so these are major areas because I'm on a weekly time frame right now. So I did pull this. This is from the all-time high last bull run. So we got up to about $52, $53, depending on the exchange you were on. And I just pulled this trend line down, and that's what we need to break. That's basically what we need to break. And then also, even if I take this from the top and then pull it from the bottom, we can see some of the areas that we need to break and some of the areas that we can try to aim for. And that golden pocket is coming in at about $35. So that's one of the areas that I was looking at even before I even pulled this fib. But when I pull up these oscillators, let me pull up an oscillator, and I want to look at this money flow. Look at the money flow, how thick the money flow was last bull run once Chainlink started to get that nice pump. And this was back in 2020. Of course, the market cap was lower. Everybody wasn't, really that in tune to Chainlink yet. And then Chainlink started to get that bid. And this money flow was just really, really thick. And then we got to the bear market. The money flow to the downside was pretty thick in the red. Now, in this run, I mean, the money flow is looking okay, but it's very thin. It's very thin for me. So I want to see this money flow start to gain momentum. Looks like we are starting to curve up a little. Well, not really, but I definitely want to see this money flow start to curve up a lot more than that. Maybe start going up, up here like that, and just get a thick money flow, especially if we want to start getting up to these all-time highs. But I think this is the bull run of some of the older coins that's going to get their turn again. I think Chainlink is going to get his turn again. So key areas to look for is breaking this downtrend right here. That's coming in at about $15 to $16. Like I said, we do have this horizontal coming in, this topside horizontal, in conjunction with this downside or this downtrend here that's coming in at about 16.25, give or take. And then we have this red dotted line coming in at about 19. So 19 is really my area that I want to break. We break 19 or $20. Well, we'll say between 19 and $22. That was the major resistance and major support resistance level for last run too. We break that, then that's when we really start getting to moving. So just breaking this red dotted line, breaking this downtrend, I'm thinking we can probably, a new favorite word this bull run is morph. We can probably morph quickly up to about 35 to $40. And that would be, like I said, back when we got these highs, these wicks over here back in 2020 and 2021. So where's my drawing tool? I'll be aiming for something like this, break this level here, break this level here, and then I think we'll shoot up to this area here fairly quick for Chainlink. So I hold like 250 chain links or links, whatever you call it. I don't hold that many. I literally just looked at this earlier today. So I don't hold that many. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to ride this, break this, and then I'm going to open a trade somewhere around $20 to $25 and try to ride it, back up to this $35 to $40 level. And even if we start to get really bullish in the market, back to this $50 level. So with a little bit of leverage, that'll be an amazing trade. And I think that'll happen, fairly quick, because once Chainlink gets to moving, it gets to moving. So depending on how much money, the overall market cap of the whole space, how much that comes in will probably determine how high a lot of these coins can go. So I'll be watching the overall market cap for the overall space, and then I will, like I said yesterday, that'll give me a pretty much idea of how high I think some of these coins can go. But I mean, I'm gonna take profits. I'm gonna take profits probably once we get up here. I'll possibly take profits at about 30, maybe take profits at about 40, 35, 40. I'm just gonna scale out and then probably leave a moon bag. Just to see if we just break those all-time highs and go up, because I thought Chainlink was going to like $100, $200 last bull run. So hopefully we can get there this run. But if not, I'll just make sure I'm taking profits along the way on my trade, and also taking profits from my spot position.
Right on. You guys are going to have to bear with me a little bit here. So I am going to have the chat on the right side so I can actually see it. Ecamm, whatever, is not playing nice tonight. I probably did something with my setup. I do have a new screen, so I said I was going to take it back. I haven't taken it back yet, and I'm trying to make it work as best I can. However, for tonight, you guys get to see your chat twice, on the right side and again on the right side. So sorry about that. All right, looking at XRP. All right, couple important levels. One, you can see we're having a breakout here. All right, we're breaking out of a broadening wedge. It was a descending broadening wedge, right? So that is actually bullish. So it has broken out, and you had a pretty key level at 73 cents. Very key level. You can see right here, wick off of that, selling pressure, wick off of that, selling pressure. If I were to have been in a trade with XRP, I will be very transparent with you. My out would have most certainly been 73 cents. All right. It has since broken that. All right. And you haven't seen much of a retest on the weekly. Let's look at the daily real quick. I'm sure that's not showing you much of a retest. Look, you can see 73 cents. Look, it did reject off of that initially. You got that rejection, came all the way back down to 64 cents, retested this area here of another broadening wedge, as well as a trend line. This is a legacy trend line that I've had back here, June 22. Well, that's probably not where it really started. Let's be real. November 22 is about where it started at. All right, so been tracking this for quite some time. As you can see, we've been in a range. We've been ranging for a very long time for XRP. Last time that we got a significant rejection, that was at 94 cents. So there is a target area for you guys to look at. 94 cents. If price continues to move up, don't be surprised if you see an initial rejection there at 94 cents. That opens up the door for a little bit of a scalp trade, intraday type trade. I like finding these key levels. What else do we see though? We got to go back left on the chart. All right, let's look at this legacy. How did things react to that area of 94 cents? I would say significant area of price action. Why do I say that? All right, I love finding this. All right, so you find support, right? You're on top of it. You break down, and all of a sudden, it's what was support is now resistance. You can see that right here. Okay, so support, then it came over here, retest, flips from support into resistance, big breakdown. Big breakdown to me says significant area of price action. What happens when it comes up to revisit again? Huge sell-off right here. I mean, I ain't going to say it's going to happen again, but the odds statistically are it's going to happen again. Okay, so I'm not saying, hey, it's going to break down and we won't see it for months again, but I do think that you'll see a sell-off or price action. It's psychological, right? This is part of when you start talking about psychology of the market. People are going to be looking at this. It ain't just you looking at the charts. So understand that. So people will be looking for this. I do think that you're going to get a rejection around 94 cents initially. And that could leave the door open. That could, open up the opportunity, for a quick little short there at about 94 cents. So key area, 94 cents, top side, and then bottom side here. You want to see this area, which was resistance for a very long time. 1, 2, we saw even a rejection here initially before it broke through at 73 cents. So you would like to see this area right here flipped into support, get that confirmation. And then, I would say continuation up to 94 cents makes a lot of sense in the medium term, we'll say. All right. That being said, let's check, see where our little Degen trade is at right now. There we go. Look at that. Look at that. Short was the call, man. 10 cents, looking good. So far, so good. There we go. See, y'all all right. Y'all making my money back. I like you. I like you again. You're on my good list tonight. All right. Let's go ahead. We'll pass it over to FD. We'll do one more token here, and then we'll wrap this up, get out of here, and watch some football, baby. Let's go.
Cool. I mean, I just wanted to add the XRP. I made a video about this yesterday talking about $2 incoming for XRP, and it wasn't clickbait. And the reason I said that is because I didn't even know about this. I know Wick watched the video. Maybe a couple other people watched the video. Thank you for coming over there to watch it. But we didn't even know about this SEC news. This wasn't even a thing yet. But I said, like, XRP has been out since 2012. It has been under $1 for about over 90% of its life. $1 is, you said about 94 cents. So we're just going to say about 95 to $1. That area, we break that. We're going to morph, my favorite word, to $2 very quick. So I'm going to, like I said, I sold 1/3 of my bag. I put it in some other things that did well. But I think I'm going to take my money around $2. Because I think we're going to get there very quick. And I'll take some money out at $2, but I do think we're going to get there for sure, because it's just, we have nothing but time, space, and opportunity between $1 and $2. And we just spent so much time. We spent mostly 90% of XRP's life under this dollar area. I got my little mustard bar, my little orange bar right here is the thick line that we need to break. We break that. I mean, we're going to go to this bar here fairly quick, in my opinion. But what I did want to look at was HBAR, and HBAR is a similar thing. HBAR, I'm looking for, see, a lot of these dead quotation mark air quotation mark coins are, I think they have the potential to move. Like, look at HBAR, look at this chart. Look at what do you see? You just see all this price action in between this area. Look back here when we got this move, when we broke this. I mean, we just went up and basically came straight back down. So when you do that, when you see that, if a coin breaks a significant area of resistance and then it starts to move, it's like nothing to look to the left at. So if HBAR does proceed to break this, we'll say about 10 to 12 cent. I'm just saying 10 cent right here. We did have like a deviation up to about 17 cent this year, but that was just something over a span of a few weeks. We did spend a lot of time up there. So I'm thinking if we can break back above this 10 cent area, I mean, all-time highs for HBAR aren't off the table. Like, HBAR has a huge circulating supply. I think it has like a pretty big market cap right now, but if it's a centered push, like if everybody, like if it's one of those things where it's like, okay, HBAR is the hot coin today and the rest of the market is kind of stagnant, I think HBAR can make a really, really fast move back up to at least, back up to this area, 25 to 40 cent pretty quick, and then it'll probably just roll back over. But I think a lot of these coins that people that aren't moving will just pop out one day, and then you just be like, dang, it was just so obvious, because it was just like no price action above a certain level. So I'm looking at this 10 cent level. If we start to hover around or above 10 cent, I think I'm going to be looking for some signals to open a nice, strong, big, long on HBAR, and I'm just going to ride that emotional move as high as it can go, or as high as I think it's going to go, and then I'm going to take my money. But I'm looking at HBAR to do something similar to XRP. When I say XRP could go from $1 to $2 very quick, so I think HBAR can go to 10 cent to like 30, 40 cent very quick as well. So, and maybe even above, but it's just one of those things where I think it has to be like a centered push, as opposed to like just the overall market going up. So I think HBAR is one to keep on your radar. You don't have to just be watching it every day. Maybe set your alert around 10 cent. Once it breaks 10 cent, then you can, matter of fact, let's just do this right now. Add alert on the horizontal 1 week crossing horizontal ray. So we'll create that. I'll be practice what I preach. So I set alert here. So when it does start to hover above this 10 cent area, I'll be looking for some, some things to open along that. So keep that on your radar as well.
Right on, right on. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go ahead and wrap this one up. The trade is still in the positive for the record. It's only up 2.05%, so I will end up closing it out here shortly as soon as we get done saying goodbye to everyone. But with that being said, thank you guys so much for tuning in tonight. Hope you enjoyed this episode. You guys are you're like a family in the chat. I'm watching you guys just having your own little conversations, doing your own thing. I think you might be here more for the people in the chat sometimes than maybe for us, but hey, you're here. So we appreciate you. We love you guys. And with that, we're going to go ahead. We're going to get out of here. And hey, don't forget to like and subscribe. We would appreciate that as well. But again, you guys have a great night. FD, you got anything for the people on the way out?
No, have a good weekend, man. So I might go on the morning show and I might live right after the morning show. So I'll let you guys know early, or I'll let Piper know to let you guys know early in the morning. So we will see you tomorrow in some form. Have a good weekend.
All right. Yeah, y'all take care. We'll see you Monday. That's right, because today is Thursday. So it's our Friday here on Crypto Nightcap, baby. We're out of here. You guys trade safe, be safe, and we will see you on Monday. We're out.
Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. Hustle hard, hustle every single day. I'll be making moves till I'm buried in my grave. To the system, I don't wanna be a slave. I've been doing shit my way, or the highway. And in the driveway is a nice range, cause I grind through the climb, I invite pain. You'll never hear me, bitch, nah, I don't complain. Just gotta flip the switch and you can go and obtain anything you want, anything you need. Your mind's got the key ingredient, it's belief. They'll deceive with the negativity, but I just slide right by that energy. Even when you feel low, you can still go. Even when you feel slow, you can still go. Even when there's no hope, you can still go. I never answer to no, man, I still go. Go, 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 go. You got a mind, but even that could change. You could flip the gray matter like some batter in your brain. That's why I say